At the edge of a busy Pena Boulevard, 15 escape artists searched for greener pastures.
Most of them were heading over there onto the street.
Why don't we let them stand until I get some help?
By mid-afternoon Sunday, at least one stallion, a few mares, and 8 little ones had broken through a fence nearby. Like most emergency scenes, it unfolded like this.
Yeah, they started to get near the street, yeah.
Passers-by tried to help.
They're supposed to be in a pasture. They probably pushed and got out.
The owner, Gordon Huber, was called. Police arrived.
Do you think if we hook up, like maybe him?
Well, I don't know that we can catch him, but I can certainly catch some of these mares.
And Huber hatched the plan.
We want them to stay right here until help comes, and then I'm going to push them back up there at the corner.
I've loved them all my life.
Joe Burnell was among the few that stopped.
Oh, yeah.
He felt the need to stay.
That and make sure, they ain't going to keep them from getting on the highway.
An Anchorage man by way of an Alabama childhood, Joe didn't need much convincing to delay his trip a little more.
Everything is such a big hurry. I don't want to take time to try to hold them.
It took about an hour for the extra help to roll in.
How are these bears coming this way?
They had to break the fence.
And once Huber got his men in line, it didn't take long before the horses followed. Bad luck broke the horses free. Joe Burnell's good heart helped bring them back, much to their owner's relief.
Yeah, we got them all back.
In Denver, Whitney Wild, 9 News.
We had a lot of memories here, a lot of big memories.
How you doing?
Charlie Herrera's modest house on North Mariposa never could hold
How you doing, Tony?
his entire family. John, his son, will tell you it didn't matter.
He would go from one seat to another, talk to everybody, see how everybody was doing.
Every holiday, every birthday, Charlie's family came here.
He was the man, in our hearts.
Family.
Feels like it still happens, just happened last week or yesterday.
Charlie's family chose to start here on today of old days.
Every time we get together and everything, we always feel that he's always around us.
11 months ago and 6 blocks away,
breaking news, another hit-and-run death.
Charlie Herrera's family lost its patriarch.
The driver had just run a red light.
To the actions of a woman who never bothered to see if Charlie was okay.
She ditched her car at that intersection and ran.
11 months later,
Today is going to be tough.
Charlie's family came to court one last time.
Oh, we've always been close, but this has probably actually brought us a little closer.
4 children, 9 grandchildren.
He was small in stature, but big in heart. He touched many lives and will be greatly missed.
More than 20 great-grandchildren.
We know when God called you, you had to go. But we want you to know, Grandpa, we miss you and love you so.
Dressed in Broncos orange in honor of Charlie's favorite team, they sat and watched as the woman responsible told them she made a horrible mistake.
I am very, very sorry from the bottom of my heart.
LaToya Nelson pleaded guilty to leaving the scene of a fatal accident not long ago. In the audience, Charlie's wife of 63 years who chose to let a grandson,
I miss him terribly,
tell her story.
In the beginning, it was hard for me to sleep. I'd often get up and cry. My children would sit with me and cry and comfort me.
Mary Herrera was always with Charlie. Last Christmas, they left his seat empty. Next Christmas, LaToya Nelson's family.
The court imposes a sentence of 10 years in the Department of Corrections.
They will have to do the same. Nelson collapsed after receiving 10 years, the most she faced. Family.
It's remembered all the time.
Maybe it was to see this, but Charlie's family insists today they came together one last time for Charlie.
He's probably looking down from heaven and saying, the family's here. We're all together again.
Chris Van der Veen, 9 News.
Coach D, Mr. D, Frank DeAngelis, principal of Columbine High School. Final day today?
May 28th, 2014.
I wanted to get to school this morning before anyone else, so I was in the building around 5:15.
The early morning hours provide solitude.
I could stay on for another 20 years. I love it so much.
Thank you so much for everything, Mr. D.
You're welcome.
It's one thing for principals to say they love their kids. It's another thing to see it.
I remember it was yesterday when you guys were here and I was welcoming the freshmen. I said, hey, it's still got 180 days. This is going to be great.
Everything he does is to create a lasting message. Every person who attends Columbine is linked to one another.
It doesn't matter if you hang out at the skate park. It doesn't matter if you're a football player, if you are a cheerleader. You're all rebels.
Every single student who comes here gets a Columbine link. It is a symbol of strength carried throughout the building.
This bond, this chain gets stronger.
He found his strength here.
Yeah, that's me when I was coaching baseball at Random.
Chris Dittman first met DeAngelis on the baseball fields at Random High School as his teacher and coach.
Quiet, skinny little kid that loved the game of baseball.
When DeAngelis graduated from Random in 1972, he was not thinking about becoming a teacher.
I thought I wanted to be an accountant.
And I said, okay, pursue your dream, and then when you're done with that, get into education. You need to teach, Frank, because you're good with kids.
So good, he always feels the need to be there. Like at homecoming. But this year, this homecoming is different.
It's been like 35 years and he's never missed one.
Yeah, Mr. DeAngelis isn't here tonight. He's in Washington right now.
Tonight we're here to celebrate our nation's finest secondary school leaders.
He is one of 6 finalists for National Principal of the Year.
Everyone here has accomplished extraordinary things, but thank God no one has had to go through what Frank went through there.
He's someone that's being honored by his peers and praised by U.S. Secretary of Education Arne Duncan.
Frank, I just want to let you know personally how much I admire your courage, and thank you for what you've done for that community.
A homecoming-like reception. 1,700 miles from home. On December 13th, the Columbine link stretched to Arapahoe High School. An 18-year-old student, mad at a teacher, shot and killed senior Claire Davis.
We're 7 miles away, and we can help them every step of the way.
And DeAngelis believes the security lessons learned from Columbine made a difference at Arapahoe.
Even though we're so saddened by the ones that we lost, our loved ones that we lost, it probably saved lives.
Saved lives from remembered ones. This year, this day, falls on Easter Sunday.
Today marks the 15th anniversary of the Columbine tragedy.
Every year, no matter what day of the week, DeAngelis cancels school on April 20th.
It is a day in which a time to remember and a time to hope.
Every year, he reads a tribute.
In remembrance, I will now read the names of our 13 loved ones.
A tribute read to empty hallways.
Cassie Bernal, Stephen Curnow, Corey DePuter, Kelly Fleming, Matt Kepner, Daniel Mauser, Danny Rohrbaugh, Dave Sanders, Rachel Scott, Isaiah Scholes, John Tomlin, Lauren Townsend, Kyle Velasquez. At this time, please join me in a moment of reflection as we pay tribute to our beloved 13 who so tragically lost their lives 15 years ago today. Thank you. I know that they're looking down upon us. 13 are giving me strength to walk into this building every day. They're giving me strength to pursue a better life.
And create a better school. This is Columbine High School's prom assembly.
Yeah, it's going to be emotional. I mean, this is 35 years coming to an end. So.
18 years as principal. Now comes the moment 18 years in the making. When he first became principal, he promised himself he would find a way to fly at his final assembly. He's also afraid of heights.
You're going to face many fears in your life, and you got to believe.
Believe in that link.
And things happen in our lives that we can't explain, but I want to read you something.
Kevin Yagavani transferred here. He never got his link.
It says, Dear Mr. DeAngelis, the acceptance and family atmosphere that you helped create here at Columbine has really grounded my life. Has helped me create friendships that I will always remember. Thank you for being such a great principal and instilling the best school-wide atmosphere I've ever had. At this time, I want Kevin Yagavani to come down so I can present him with the Columbine link.
And I saw the reaction of the students when he received that, and when he returned, and they were hugging him, and there were tears, and that's the atmosphere I wanted to create, that caring atmosphere.
Good morning, Rebels. This is Mr. D, and just want to take this opportunity. This is the last time I'll get a chance to address you, and know that even though I'm not going to be your principal, you're still going to be my kid.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way you say goodbye to that high school. We know you'll be back.
May 28th, 2014.
Thanks.
This is the tough part.
What's up, Mr. D?
How you doing, sir? Good. What do you got going this
I think Frank, I mean, I don't know what else to say except I couldn't be more proud of him.
In all his time here,
Kevin, thanks, buddy. And I'm going to use your letter whenever I go speak, and it's important. Thank you. Thank you.
DeAngelis has learned some words are priceless.
Love you, Mr. D.
Love you too, buddy.
Some words say it all.
Good luck.
And thank you for being more of a father to me than my dad ever was.
Hi, ladies. Thanks.
Oh.
Thank you. Bye. Enjoy. I'll see you. Thank you for everything. So when I walk out of my office now, what I see is I see students, the Lauren Townsend playing volleyball. I see the Rachel Scotts on stage. I see the Danny Rohrbach as a freshman, just being a freshman and hanging out with his friends, and the Isaiah Schultz high-fiving me, and I see Danny Mauser down at church and Kelly Fleming down at church on Sundays, and it goes on, and the Kyle Velasquez in the library. And now, instead of envisioning them laying in a pool of blood, I envisioned them living their lives. And that's the thing that kept me going. Bye, guys. See you soon.
Love you.
Love you too, guys.
Leaving a link to last a lifetime.
The one thing that I can say, whether it was teaching, coaching, being a principal, I gave it my best.
Nelson Garcia, 9 News.